This is Charlie Kao with Travel Mall Media Group in Fort Worth, Texas at the Airline Travel Payment Summit. And I'm with Christophe Bourbier, who's the chairman and co-founder of Limonetik.
Limonetik, yeah.
Great. Tell us a little bit what your company does, and what kind of solutions you offer the travel industry, please.
Okay, so what we do mainly is we connect international payments and local payments to gateways. Okay, so it could be any type of international payments, wallet, payment by installment, very local payment as well, and also all those travel vouchers payment that generate a lot of volumes. Okay, so we connect those payments to the gateways and sometimes directly to the merchants, big merchants.
If I'm going to interrupt you, because a lot of our audience would not know what a gateway is.
Okay, so I would say to a payment processor, so to the provider that's unable to process the transactions.
Thank you.
Okay, and so we do that, but we go more deeply into a transaction, so we do not just connect the payment to a gateway, a processor. We also go deeper in this, and we enable to reconciliate the files and to homogeneize, to simplify, I would say, the management of those payments on a day-to-day basis. So it's not about just to connect the payment, it's to make sure that the management of this payment will be very, very easy.
To reconcile with the accounting.
All those things that are very painful for a PSP, for a processor or for a merchant. And by doing so, we can also enable to play with the flow of payment because we manage them very clearly, we control them very clearly, so as a result we can collect the funds and enable to split the fund to one vendor or to another vendor, to a third vendor. This sounds like marketplace system, okay? And in travel industry specifically, most of the vendors have also behind them multiple vendors, rental cars, train companies, airlines, and they resell their products. So as a result, the funds, the flow of funds are kind of complex to do because you have to split the funds. You receive 1,000 euro and you might want to split it into 500 euro that you are going to send to a rental car and 500 euro you are going to send to a hotel, for instance.
Okay.
And that's where we play a big role as well because we enable those split payment to happen without using any complex solution. So connect payments, go deeper in the payments management, and then split those payments like a two-way.
And this happens through the credit card payment network or also banking network and other networks, or? It
can work. I mean, we are specialized in all type of payment, including credit card payments, okay? And when it is about to split the payment behind, to transfer the flow of payment to different vendors, here we are using transfer of money. In this case, banking transfer, and are talking about also the blockchain type of solution that would enable a very low-cost transfer of money in between a vendor or portal and its suppliers.
So we're not talking the $20 type of things, you're talking a euro maybe.
So old-fashioned. It's old-fashioned way to think about transfer of money. I mean, you don't need to have so much money at so high cost to do so. So no, we are very on a lower cost.
Lower cost.
No interchange fees, no stuff like this.
And would you be paying the vendor if the money was collected in euro? Would you be paying them in euro or in any other currency?
It could be any currency. So of course, so that's where we could collect the money in one currency, and then you would have this conversion of money to make sure that it's a complete multi-currency tool. If you are not multi-currency anyway in the travel industry, you do nothing because travel is always worldwide.
And the exchange of currency, what kind of rates would one receive? Would that?
Okay, so in this case we are not magic there. We are reusing existing FX type of solution that have a per percentage cost per conversion. So that's where we are reusing existing rails in this case. Low cost for every transfer of money, but still, if there is a multi-currency needs, there is a cost.
Existing, and that expression, existing rails. What's a rail?
In this case, a rail to me is, we know when I talk about this split of payments, the portal travel agency wants to send the money to different suppliers. There are existing rails that are those transfer of money, bank transfer, okay? And there we believe that those existing rails can be reused with cost-effective services that are developing now. And that's what I mean by existing rails. I mean, we are not reinventing a new worldwide solution that would take 7 years or
existing years. Channels, would that
so
be?
So we are talking
using
about
existing channels.
Yeah, that people do not.
And your customer base, the markets you serve, are which parts of the world?
Okay, so we are a European-based company, started in Paris. So today we have many different travel merchants in France and the rest of Europe, like Voyage SNCF or Vente Privée Voyage, who are big players in the travel industry in Europe. And then, of course, as we work for the gateways, for the processor that we were talking about just before, those guys, they are in different countries in Europe. So we work for Atos Worldline, Ogon in Ingenico, Paybox Verifone, Payline. Those guys, they are all around Europe.
And I presume customer-wise, you're growing to other parts of Europe?
Well, yes, we really want to cover completely Europe. We have one company in UK as well. We have a presence in UK, but already today we are processing transactions in 10 different countries in Europe, because our clients are definitely
multinational.
Yeah,
multinational. Christophe Bourbier, chairman, co-founder of Limonetik.
Yeah, you said it right.
Thank you.
Thanks.